Hi guys, I'm back for another episode of Manor Lords. I haven't been posting in a while because I've been battling bronchitis and I'm finally starting to feel better. Probably still hear it in my voice a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and we are just going to push forward. And I've started a new game here in the High Peaks map, which is turning into one of my favorite maps. Not only because it's maybe just a little bit of a shorter playthrough, but because of the visuals. Very lovely valley. So, okay, let's zoom out here and I'm going to check and see what my resources are. So I have some iron, which I'm excited about. I always love to have some iron. And then we have the rich deposit of the fish. So this is going to be great for food and great for when we start to build weapons and stuff. We have a little bit of wild animals here and a little bit of clay. So I'm actually pretty happy with the resources we have so far. So our little tent is up here in this high corner over here. Let me hit pause really quick. So I definitely want to get started quickly building up my little town. It looks like almost everything it's very close. Like I'll probably start off right here. It might be good to eventually move the main town right there, but because I need to be close to the food sources here, I think I'll start it off a little bit over here. And then we'll move over to this large high ground. So let's get started. First thing, as always, we need our logging camp. Very important. We don't want the logging camp to be anywhere near our wild animals. So we definitely want to find a little place that's away from there. Probably on this side, I think will be good. Right here. Just take out all these trees right there. Plop that down right there. Put in our first road. And then I'll hit play. And we can watch all of our people go to work to go build the logging camp.
Summer's coming soon.
All right, so let's figure out the rest of our little quick little layout here. So the next few buildings I'm definitely going to want to put down is the storehouse and the granary. These are the second most important buildings. So I want them to be kind of, I guess I'll put them right here, right in between our two food sources here. I'll put that there. No, that was the granary. And then I'm going to put the storehouse right next to that. So I'm going to change the priority of this one to the highest so that everyone continues to just build this first, because I definitely need that done first. All right, so after these get built, my next building I want to do is the hitching post, because I'm definitely going to need an extra ox moving forward. We'll need a woodcutter's lodge. We also don't want the woodcutter's lodge to be near our wild animals. So I'll stick that maybe over here. And then for the wild animals, we need our hunting camp. So we'll stick that right there. And then lastly, we want to make sure we put in our well. So where should we? I think maybe over here is probably a good spot for the well.
Summer's coming soon.
Yeah, everything's sort of concentrated right here. And then I'll put some of the houses in like a little circle around. And this will be like the main center of town. All right, we're going to go ahead and fast forward so we can get our hunting, or excuse me, our logging camp completed. All right, as soon as that's done, I'm going to throw one person over here to start collecting logs because that is going to be a major resource that we need to stock up on very early in the game. All right, we got our one hitching post done. And as you can see, I have one space available. So I'm going to go ahead and order the ox. And that'll probably take about, a month-ish to get here. But eventually it'll show up and it'll start helping build all these buildings. All right, now, next thing, we have our granary and our storehouse finished. Important to put someone in those buildings right away because we have our supplies hanging out out in the open. And if it starts to rain or snow or anything, it could start to ruin our supplies. So we definitely want to get those moved into our storehouse as quickly as possible.
Summer's coming soon, and soon the beating sun.
We are already running out of food, and we do have our hunting camp finished, so I'm going to go ahead and put someone over here to hunt as well.
A fresh start for me and my own. In the rain and snow, there's still work.
All right, so we've got our little village started. It's going pretty well so far. The next buildings that I'm going to want to put down are the Burgage Plots. So for those, I'm going to want to probably do a large one and a couple of small ones. And the large one is going to be for a vegetable garden. And that is also going to help us bring in some food. I'm kind of just going to eyeball this and see if I can make it into this little section right here. I mean, that would be interesting. Just that little triangle. Let's see how... let's see how this looks as far as our house goes. So my goal here is to get as large of a backyard as possible, which, ooh, that looks really good. I thought this was going to give me trouble, but nope, that is really good. I'm actually going to accept that. So this section right here is where the houses will go, and then this will be the whole backyard for the vegetable garden. Go ahead and hit build on that, and then let me plan out where I want the rest of my houses to go, because we have 5 people in our village right now, or five families in our village right now. So they all need houses, or else they are going to start complaining about homelessness, and then that'll drive our approval down. So yeah, houses are going to be very important right now. Now, when I first put down my houses, I always like to put them down as close as possible to the main area here with the granary and the storehouse. And basically the marketplace is going to go right there. So everyone can just come here, grab all their food and supplies, and they don't have to walk too far. And let's just go ahead and zoom in so we can watch this house getting built.
I'll go deaf from all that hammering.
All right, perfect. Construction is finished. Now I'm going to go ahead and set this up to be a vegetable garden right away. And that is a really good size backyard. I feel like that's going to give us a lot of vegetables. All right, so we have a good amount of timber. Let's go ahead and set up our other burgage plots. And then while I'm at it, I'm also going to set up the marketplace. So for the marketplace, this is basically used by anyone who is in the storehouse or in the granary. They build these little market stalls. And this is where all of our citizens come to purchase their food, their firewood, their goods, whatever they need. So it is very important. This is why this is generally set up at the center of most towns. Now, one thing that is slowing us down building these burgage plots is that I only have one unassigned family to help build them. Everyone else right now is assigned to other workplaces. So if I want someone to come and help build, I'll have to take them out of one of these workplaces. So I might take these guys out for a second. Now I have 3, and then we will see how much faster these are getting built. So I definitely don't want to leave them out of the granary and the storehouse for too long, because then people won't be able to get all their goods and food. But while I'm just starting out and I have so few people, you kind of have to manage how they are utilized. All right, so we got most of the houses built now, and I think everybody is living in a house. Yes. So I will go ahead and put these guys back to work over here. And then eventually this one will get built. We'll have one extra burgage plot for someone to move into. And I am also going to want to put in a few more just so that I have extra space for anyone who wants to come live in our awesome little town that we are creating here. So I'll go ahead and start moving some stuff around here. I want to relocate this hitching post because it's kind of in the way, and I'll stick that right there. The woodcutter's lodge. I definitely want to start getting someone to work in the woodcutter's lodge as soon as I can, but right now I only have one available, so I need that person building. So I definitely just want to keep an eye on the firewood here. See, yeah, it's going down pretty quickly. Oh, because we moved up to the next settlement level, we got ourselves a development point here. So in a second, I'll come and I'll show you what I might do with that. But I just want to get this built really quickly. There we go. Okay, that's built. I'm going to put this last person over here in the woodcutter's lodge so I don't forget to do that. All right, so along with our new development point, we also were able to get 20 spears and 20 large shields. So what that means is we can already set up our militia, our spear militia. So if you click that button right there, that brings them down here. We have 10 available people to be in our militia. So if we need them, there they are. This isn't going to change who's working here. Everyone's still working. Everyone's doing their thing. It's just when I call them 2 arms, then they will come and they will fight for us. But unfortunately, we have too few people to actually do any fighting right now. It's kind of just, they would all just die. So we're not going to do anything with them at the moment. Even though we do have some bandits, I think, hanging out nearby somewhere. Yeah, there they are. So eventually I want to go and I want to try and attack them. And but we need to build up our army a little bit more. And which that means is what we need is... What that means is we need more population. All right, so we have timber coming in. We have food is coming in pretty good. We're starting to get more firewood, so we're pretty good. I'm going to put down a couple more burgage plots just to be ready. And I don't like to use up all that space because we don't really need to. So I'm actually gonna, let me adjust this road. That, yeah. I'm gonna have this road come straight out. All right, so actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do another large burgage plot for another vegetable garden. So let's see. Let's see if this size will work.
Come on, laddie. Come on.
Yeah, that might be... Oh, nope, that's good.
Come on, laddie. Come along.
Very good size backyard for that. So next, I'm going to go ahead and put down a fisherman's. So next, I'm going to go ahead and put down a fisherman's hut right about here. There we go. And this is going to be a really good setup for our food. We have the meat, we have our fish, and then we're going to have some vegetables. So that's going to give us a good amount of food, a good variety of food. All right, we got our second large burgage plot here. I'm going to go ahead and set this up as a vegetable garden. Now, nobody's living here currently, but as soon as someone moves in, they will start working the land for vegetables.
Meat so tender, it practically melts in your mouth. Come and see for yourself.
All right, to move up to the next settlement level, we're going to need to build a couple more things. So if you ever if you're ever looking to figure out what you need to do next, you can always click on one of your burgage plots, and this will give you a list of like requirements that you need to do in order to move up to the next settlement level. So what it's telling me here is that we need a church and we need some clothing. So what they mean by clothing stall is they need clothing to be sold over here in the marketplace at one of the stalls. So in order to get some clothing, we need to build some industry, such as the tannery. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that down. See if it'll fit over here. Yeah, I'll just put it right here. It's fine.
Meat, get your meat here.
Oh, as soon as we... Oh, you know what we need? We can't build that just yet. What we need first is to create some planks here. So we need to put a saw pit down. So for that, I'm going to put this down over next to our logging camp, since that is the resource they use to make the planks. All right, so it looks like we already got a bunch of people moving into our little village here. So if you look up here, it'll say if we have any available living space or not, which we don't right now. So I definitely want to put in some more Burgage Plots.
Come on, laddie. Come on.
Now I'm going to try to leave this space open because I like to try to put industry buildings a little bit close to the storehouse and granary. So I'll move people out this way. Now, another thing that I want to do is make sure that I click on the saw pit, go to advanced, and I'm gonna put a limitation on how many planks they build.
Come on, laddie. Come along.
Otherwise, they will just run through all of the timber very quickly. Now we are starting to get raided by bandits here. So if we zoom out, we can see we have a bandit camp over here, and we have one over here. I have 16 people right now in my militia. That should be enough to take over these bandit camps. So I'm actually going to try to rally these people and go attack these bandit camps. And that'll give us extra resources, some money, a little bit of influence.
Your orders.
I'm going to bring our guys over this way.
Yes, sir.
Get up.
Move.
All right, they've spotted us. They're about to come to attack us. So I'm going to stop you. I'm going to have them set up right here.
Forward.
I'm going to set them to stand your ground, and we're just going to wait.
Kill them all. It's time for war.
All right, there we go. All right, so now that they have their initial battle has begun, I'm going to hit push forward here.
Rip their heads off.
And that is going to, I believe this just makes our guys a little bit more aggressive. I don't know. That's what I think it does. All right, good. We have won, and we actually didn't lose any of our men, so that is great. And I'm going to bring them over here, and they're going to raid this bandit camp. All right, so it is going to give us an option here. I can send the resources to the nearest town, or I can send it to our treasury. I'm going to need it in the nearest town for now. So what that has done is it's given us a little bit of regional wealth, and it's given us a little bit of influence here.
Advance. Forward.
Now, what I might as well go ahead and do is send these guys over to this other bandit camp, and maybe we'll just take them out as well. Okay, so they have spotted us already.
Yes, sire.
Here they come. I'm gonna set them to stand your ground. And then switch it over to push forward.
Forward, men. Smash 'em and chop 'em. Here we go, boys. Let me out. They're pushing us. Fight to the last man. Sorry.
All right. We did lose a couple of people on that one, so that's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. Only a couple. All right, let's go raid their camp really quickly and grab all of their resources. Send that to the nearest town, and then I'm going to send our men back home.
Please.
And as soon as they get into our territory, I can disband the whole unit. All right, so that has given us 454 regional wealth,
This is heavier than
720 influence. So that's pretty good for just 2 bandit camps. I'm gonna go ahead and set up a few more Burgage Plots once I have enough resources. Let's see, what do we have here? Yeah, we're low on timber as always. That always seems to be like an issue. One thing I like to do early on is set up a forester's hut. And I will set this up kind of in this area. All right, so one thing I like to do is I like to set up a forester's hut pretty early on in the game, because we do tend to go through the forest like crazy. So it needs to be replanted as quickly as possible. And we are moving into winter. We are doing really great on resources right now. We've got lots of fish coming in. We got some meat coming in. We have lots of firewood. We have lots of resources. We have homes for everybody. So we are doing really, really well. Living space is at 0. So we definitely need to put in some more Burgage Plots as quickly as we can. And I really need the resources to come in on those. There we go. Now, the next building I want to build is the church. That's going to be very important for our approval rating. And this is a really good spot for it, kind of in the center. So I will either put that there or here. I'll put it right here. Because we still need our friggin' tannery, and I need the resources to come in for that. There we go. Okay, we got it. So I'm going to build the tannery right there. Now, one problem with the fish is that in the winter, you can't actually harvest any fish because the lake is frozen. But you can get past that by unlocking advanced pond keeping. which is something that I may want to do. Yeah. So I'm going to use our development point to unlock that. And that way we can fish even throughout the winter. All right, tannery's gotten built, so I'm going to go ahead and put a worker in here. And they are going to turn our hides into leather. So we have fulfilled all the requirements for these first few Burgage Plots now so that we can upgrade them. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade as many as I can. And then we will, as soon as those are upgraded, we will move into the next settlement level. We do have another bandit camp. Let's just zoom out and check out where that's at. There it is right there. Let's go ahead and get them right now. I'm gonna rally my troops. All right, there they are. Oh, they've already spotted us. Okay. So I want to get them. I want to attack them as far away from our village as possible because I don't want the dead bodies to upset our people.
Your orders. Pick up.
I'm going to try to get them to come over here.
Stand and fight. Give it your all.
It's time for war!
Okay, we have succeeded. We only lost about one person.
Pick up the pace.
So that's not bad at all. And now I just need to find their bandit camp, which is over here somewhere. Where'd it go? There it is. There it is. It's hiding right there. Okay.
Yes, sire.
All right. So we grabbed those resources. I'm going to send our troops back home.
Move quickly.
Send the resources to the nearest town. And now we have 642 regional wealth and we have 1,000 influence. So now that we have some money, we have some influence, it's time to move on to sort of the next phase. And that's going to entail building our manor, building a few more industry buildings, building up our Burgage Plots so that we have more room for people to move into. We are already down to 0. They're moving in really fast. They are happy to come and live here. So I'm going to throw some Burgage Plots maybe down over here, actually. Yeah, that's going to be a little rough. Actually, no, I like that. Now, for these Burgage Plots, I'm actually going to use this little minus button here. And I'm going to see how many I can get with 2 houses on one plot. So it looks like 5. That will be 10 houses. And if I did it normally, it would be 9. So it's 1 extra house. And then we can have 2 people on 1 plot of land. All right, we got our next settlement increase. So for that, I could always do orchards. I like to do the orchards because it's another source of food. It does take orchards 3 to 4 years before they start really yielding a good amount of food, though. So it's kind of like you got to start it early if you're gonna do it. If you want to like be able to utilize it. quickly. Another one would be trade logistics is a good one to go for right away, so that because we do need to build a trading post. I'm actually going to do that right now. So I think I will put the trading post right here. Oh, we want to make sure we disband our units. Otherwise, they're just going to stand around and do nothing. Ooh, storehouse is getting super full. I'm going to go ahead and take this guy out of here, and then I'm going to upgrade to the large storehouse. And I'm going to make that high priority. All right, so now that we're back into spring, I am going to take a couple of these people out of the logging camp here, and then I want to put them over here in the forester's hut. And I'm going to change their workspace to be a little bit larger.
Summer's coming soon. Soon the beating sun.
So what they're going to do is they're going to go around and they're going to plant trees around this area. And then the trees are going to grow, and then we can use them for logs. Now we are going to want to upgrade our church to level 2. So in order to do that, we need enough planks, we need some stone, and we need some roof tiles. So for the planks, we are already working on those. For the stone, here's a little stone deposit way over here. Let's go ahead and put down a stone cutter's camp nearby. We don't want to put it right on top of the rocks because that'll destroy the rocks. We won't be able to harvest them. So I'm just going to put that down right there. Make a little road out to here. And then we just got to wait for that. We're also going to need some clay to make the roof tiles. And we do have a little bit of a deposit here. So I'm going to put a mining pit down right on top of that. As soon as I get a few more planks, I will do that. All right, so we have our trading post finished. I'm going to go ahead and put one person over here. And I do want to order a new horse, but before I order them, I want to make sure I have enough room here in my hitching posts, which I don't. So I'm going to build a new one. And let's see if I could fit this here. I want it. Yeah, there's good. So we'll go ahead and get that built right there. All right. So now I'm going to go up here. I'm going to order a horse for the trading post. And then I'm going to go over here to the livestock, and I'm going to press this assign livestock worker. So as soon as the horse gets to our town, it will be assigned directly to the trading post, and it will be used by whoever's working there. Now, as far as trades go, this is going to be very important for keeping our regional wealth up, which we're doing good right now, but that's from the bandit camps. And right now, it doesn't look like we have a whole lot of stuff that we can trade. So what I normally like to do is I like to set up a bower's workshop so I can trade war bows, because those are kind of easy to make. It doesn't cost a lot of resources. Small shields are also a good one to do. That's done in a joiner's workshop. And we're actually going to need probably both of those. So to set those up, I want to go over here to the Burgage Plot, and it's got to be level 2. So I can't do it here. Here's a level 2. Okay. So I'm going to want to set this up as either a joiner. I'm going to want these three, honestly. I'm going to want a joiner, a cobbler, and a bower. So I'm going to do the bower here. And then as soon as we get more resources in, I can set up the other two. Now our... Oh, yeah.
Come on, laddie.
Stone cutter's almost finished. All right, the bower is finished. I'm gonna go ahead and click here on advanced, and I'm gonna switch this over to war bows because right now we don't have iron parts in order to produce crossbows, but we do produce planks, so that will get set right there. And I'm actually gonna adjust the production limit here to be more like 45 for now. All right, so it looks like, yes, our stone cutter camp is finished. I'm going to put someone over here to start cutting stone. And that actually will go pretty quickly, so we won't need them to be there for very long. So now that we have our bower's shop set up to create the war bows, I want to set up a trade to export the war bows that we create. I'm going to go down here to the military tab. I'm going to go over here to establish a trade route, and I'm going to click to open that up. And then I want to set it up here. So I want to click on export and then put in our limitation of how many we want to keep in town. So I'm going to put 36. So once we get above 36 war bows. Oh, did I do the wrong one? Dummy. I did the wrong one. We're going to create sidearms anyways too, but I did the wrong one here. We're going to turn that off. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do the correct one, which is the war bows. And then export. I'm going to keep in 36.
Why do I have to carry this?
And then that will bring in some good money for us. Okay, so now that we have our trades set up, let's go ahead and see if we can put down our clay pit here. So yeah, it looks like I do have enough resources. I'm going to go ahead and plop that down. And I'm going to build out a road here. Coming in that way. Still waiting on a few resources here. We need some stone. Now I do have a development point here, and what I want to do is use that on orchard, so we can get the orchard built as quickly as possible so that they can start producing food for us. And I'm going to try to make this a really huge backyard. And let's see if it will let me do it this large. Sometimes it's a bit too large, and yeah, that's going to be just a bit too large. All right, so we're just going to adjust the roads here. We can delete this guy. And we'll just make it a little shorter on this side. Yeah, that's going to be a little strange. Not quite what I'm looking for here. So I'm going to adjust these roads again. Okay, that looks like, yes. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. That is a huge backyard right now, and that is going to give us a lot of apples. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that build. Let me put this on medium priority. Well, no, I'll put it on high, and then I actually want this one over here to be on the highest, so we can get that done. And let's hit fast forward here. We just need to wait for these to get built. While I'm at it, if I can upgrade any buildings, I will do that. Okay, our large Burgage plot is finished. I'm going to go ahead and set this to apple orchard. And as soon as someone moves into this house, they will begin working on the apple orchards, planting trees, and we can start growing those for future food resources. So let's see. We should have this built. Yeah, the mining pit is built. I'm going to go ahead and put someone over here in the mining pit. I assume, yeah, we have quite a lot of stone. So we don't need someone working the stone right now. That's going to last us for a little while. All right, so next thing we need to build is going to be our clay furnace. And I'm going to put that right around here. And that is going to help us to build roof tiles so that we can upgrade the small stone church. So now we're a little low on some things. We need a fuel stall supply, we need a little extra food, and we need some more clothing. So we may need to import, yeah, we have a good amount of leather. That's not too bad. Maybe I need another person over here in the storehouse to sell these goods. That might be one of the issues. Oh, we got a bandit camp. Okay, let's pause. Let's pause and zoom out really quickly. We have a new bandit camp. It is right over here. And we have our little interlopers over here gonna try to come and snatch this bandit camp before we get to it. I want to get it first though, so I'm gonna take my guys, I'm gonna rally them, and I'm gonna have them come over this way, and we will try to attack as quickly as possible before they get here. All right, so here we come. We should make it in time. I mean, I don't think that they'll be running or anything. I mean, they are pretty close though, so I think we'll be fine though. All right, so I'm just gonna go straight into the attack.
Rip their heads off. Here we go, boys. Heads off.
Okay, we have succeeded. Very good. Okay, so here's yeah, we did that with plenty of time to spare.
Yes, sire.
I'm gonna go grab the bandit camp. These guys are probably heading home now because they're like, they got it. They got it before we could get it. Now they're gonna take off. And I think I might send the resources to the treasury this time.
Your orders.
Here we go. Okay.
Faster.
All right, let's send our guys back home. They can get back to work.
Faster.
All right, so the clay furnace is finished. Let's go ahead and put the fuel stockpile up to about 10. I'm going to add one person over there to start working. Let's disband our units here. And then I'm going to hit fast forward. And now we just need to wait for our roof tiles to come in. While I'm at it, I'm just going to upgrade all of my hitching posts. Might as well upgrade the well. And so the next few things that we're going to want to build is the manor for one, and then we also are going to need to build the small tavern. So for that, I think I'll just go ahead and put that down right now if I have the resources for it, which I don't. Or maybe it just doesn't fit there. Yeah, no, this doesn't fit there. All right, so I'm going to put that right here, I think, or up here. Nope, it's going to fit here. It's going to have to fit right there. So I'll put that there, and then let's find a place for our manor. And the manor can go pretty much... see. I could just go ahead and stick it here in the middle of this town. Right there. That's fine.
Let's go, people.
The good thing about the manor is that you can always move it if you decide you want it in a totally different location. So along with the main building here, I want to do the tax office. That's going to be the next building. I'm going to want to also put in a garrison tower, but I don't have enough goods for that just yet, so I'll have to wait. Looks like I don't have enough goods for either of these either. I'll just hit close and we'll have to wait for our resources to get built up. Yeah, our timber is always difficult to get enough timber in right at the jump. So I'm going to do another logging camp, and I'm going to put that over here. I'll put it right over here. Here is good. I don't want it too far away. So yeah, I think I'll just put it right there. And then they will go after all these trees and stuff. Okay, that got built. Let's go ahead and put at least 2 people in here. I'm going to take this person out of this logging camp over here. And then I'm going to adjust the workspace here. So it's just a little bit larger. Now, it might be a good idea to do another forester's hut just to speed along the tree planting. So I definitely am going to do that as soon as I get a couple of timber in stock. All right, so now it is time to start focusing on mining some of this iron. Let me go ahead and put down a mining pit. And along with the iron mine, which is already finished, that was quick. Let's put one person over there right now. Along with the iron mine, I want to put down the bloomery because we're going to need to be able to turn that iron into iron slabs. And we are entering winter. I think we're okay on our food. Yeah, we got lots of fish. We got a good amount of vegetables. Meat's okay. Firewood is good. Yeah, all our other resources are okay. We've got enough leather. We should be getting in some shoes, I think, soon. Didn't I build? Let me see. The bower's shop. So I didn't do the other shops just yet. So what I need to do is the cobbler, and then I'll do the joiner as well. And I'll do both of those right there. I might actually wait on that because I only have one person available. I need to upgrade these living spaces. I'm going to expand a couple of these living spaces so that I have more room for the town to grow. Because I only have one person available right now to build. And if I come in here and I expand one of these houses, it's going to take away this extra person. They will only work in this little house here. So we got our cobbler. We're going to start producing shoes, and that is going to help us with our clothing supply. Church level, we need to upgrade that. Let's see if we have enough resources for that. It looks like we do. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the church. Our bloomery got finished. I'm going to go ahead and level up this fuel stockpile here. And then add, well, no, I'm not going to, yeah, I'll add that guy right there. And then actually I'll take one person away from the logging camp to help build. Just moving around some of our workers. Let's see. We don't have anybody working there. That person's doing okay there. I'm just going to look around and see if there's anywhere where I can take someone from their workplace. But it doesn't look like I can because everyone is necessary. So we do have some space for people to move into the town. So hopefully soon we'll get more people. Because we do have a really good approval rating. So that should happen pretty soon. There it goes, right there. One extra person. One thing I did forget to mention is that we actually the foresters can't do anything in the winter. The ground is too hard for them to plant trees. So they're actually just sitting around doing nothing. So if you needed some extra people and you're in winter, you can take them away from the forester's hut without a problem. Just got to remember to put them back in there. All right, so now that I have some extra people to play around with here, I'm going to go ahead and expand this extra space into Joiner's Workshop. And then I also want to do a blacksmith. And lastly, the brewery extension. Now, it looks like we may have, yeah, we have another bandit camp. Let's go ahead and take care of those guys right now. And because I built the manor, we automatically got in our retoon. So, what I could do is actually, let me disband them really quickly. That's going to be a nice little extra military unit. So to increase the numbers here, we need to go to Retoon Customization. And then with the money that we have on hand, we can purchase extra soldiers. So I'll do a few extra. And then let's rally these guys. We don't really need too many of them because we have 12 over here in our other militia here. All right, so we're gonna send our guys. Oh,
Yes, sire.
they are getting their butts kicked. It looks like.
My lord.
All right, attack!
Die, bastard. My liege. Charge.
All right, here comes our Ratoon. All right, we did lose a couple people, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and grab our bandit camp.
Pick up the
We'll
pace.
send our other people back home. Actually, I'll send these guys to go get it, since there's fewer. And I will send the spear militia back home.
Faster.
And yeah, looks like I'm gonna send this to the treasury again.
Heavy infantry. Run. My lord.
Definitely want to remember to disband the units, otherwise they're just gonna stand around and do nothing. All right, we're entering the spring again, so I'm gonna go ahead and put someone in these foresters' huts again. Make sure that we edit the workspace. There we go. All right, so everybody is working hard and hardly working. Let's go check out what our new expansions are. So we have our brewery that just got built. Now, in order for this to start producing ale,
Soon the beast
we need to import some barley or grow some barley if you have a good fertility, which I know that I don't in this one, so not even going to worry about that. I'm actually just going to go over here and I'm going to import some barley. Import, and then I'm going to import about maybe 8 at a time. Don't need to do that many. You don't need to import a whole ton of stuff. So it's just going to start trickling into town. So then the next building that we're going to have to do is the malt house. And the malt house, we'll just put that right up here. Yep, perfect fit. Oh, yep, there we go. And now I do need someone available to build that. So I will take someone over here from the storehouse, perhaps.
Summer's coming soon.
All right, so
Soon.
we'll import the barley. It'll go to the malt house. It'll get turned into malt. The malt will then go to the brewery and then get turned into ale. And then the ale will get sent over to the tavern, and then people can relax at the tavern. We actually don't want to do overstock just yet. You do need someone working in the tavern, I believe. You don't need someone working in the church, which is great because that would be annoying. All right, so that's the brewery. Next, let's look at the blacksmith. So if we go to advanced here, we can see that it is already starting to work on some sidearms. We can also switch this over to spears since we do have a spear militia, and I think we may need some. Check this out, how many spears we have. Yeah, we have 0 spears. So it might be a good idea to actually just set this to spears for now. And we'll get our spear militia increased. The joiner's shop. We also need this for the spear militia because the spear militia needs large shields. So we need to switch this over to large shields so that they can have the equipment that they need. Bow shop is going good. We're doing regular war bows. Cobbler's workshop is in mourning. All right, so these are all working really good, and I'm just going to fast forward now. Now we're running a little bit low on Burgage Plots, so I do want to try to get some more Burgage Plots built here in a minute. We are also really low on, as always, on the timber. So yeah, let's put a few more people over here. Now we got our trees built up over here a little bit, so maybe they can come in here and start tackling some of those. And I'm actually going to do a third logging camp over here. This looks like a really good spot to start tearing trees down. Okay, perfect. I'm going to throw a couple extra people over there to start logging over on this side. All right, now let's see if we are able to put in a few extra burgage plots here. The malt shop, the malt house has gotten built, so I'm going to go ahead and set this up now with a worker. And then that should automatically start producing ale for the tavern. All right, so if we select the small tavern over here, we can look and see that we are starting to get some ale in. So this is about to, a few houses are already starting to get their ale. This one, everything is fulfilled here. So I can go ahead and upgrade this now to level 3. And I can upgrade a few more of these houses, but I don't want to do that just yet. And that is simply because this is a line of houses with extensions. And what happens when you upgrade to level 3 is I believe you get an extra person can live in that house. However, if someone comes and moves into this house, they will then work as a blacksmith and you won't get an extra person that you can assign somewhere else. So what I'd like to try to do is delay expanding these to level 3, the joiner's shop, anything with an expansion. And then I want to kind of wait and expand some of these outer houses where I can actually utilize the people who come to live in them. So that's just a little bit of a strategy. It might take a while for the rest of these houses to be able to be upgraded though. Oh, it looks like we have another ruler's army sighted. That means we have a outlaws over here. We have some bandits that we need to go take care of. These guys are all the way over there, so they are no threat whatsoever. Let's go ahead and get our army and we'll rally them. And I will set them to not run. So I'm just going to remove the run option here. And then I'm going to send them over here and we will attack these bandits. I'll have you guys set up right there. All right, so off they go. So while I'm waiting for them to get over into the other land over there, I'm just going to look around and see how everything is going over here. Just check some of my buildings really quick. We're doing good on iron ore. Let's check our industry buildings. Clay is doing good. Tannery. We probably should import some hides. So to do that, I'm going to go to the trading post and go to trade. And then hides are going to be in the crafting materials. I'll just click import. And I'm only going to import a few, like maybe 7, 8, maybe. I'll leave it here for now and see how it goes. All right, next, let's check the bloomery. We're doing really good on iron slabs, which means our blacksmith should be doing really good on creating spears. And that means we should have a good amount of spears getting stockpiled, which look, we have 20 right there. So that's good. We have enough for all of our spear militia actually. So I can actually take this and switch this now to, I think I'll do sidearms. We'll start stockpiling sidearms. And so that's, once we get enough sidearms, we can do I believe it's this one, the militia footman. So once we get enough sidearms, we can do that. But they also are going to need small shields. So if we go to joiner shop, we're going to switch this now from large shields to the small shields. And then we'll start to stockpile everything we need now to do the next militia that we're going to set up. All right, we're almost there. I'm going to hit speed up. We'll just get them over here. All right, here we go. Here they come.
Push forward! Yes! Yes, sire! March! March!
All right.
March!
Oh, we did that very quickly. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our goods.
Yes, sire!
We'll send the other army home. All right, let me set them to run because they are walking right now. So I'm just gonna speed them up. These guys as well. All right, so I'm gonna take all the supplies that we've stolen from them, and I'm gonna send it to the treasury. And then we'll send everybody back home so we can disband them. We can get back to work. So yes, as I was saying, because I upgraded this one, we did get an extra person moving in, and they're now living here, but now they're working as the brewer, which I don't think actually helps to increase the amount of ale. I mean, it might. Maybe they go and they get goods or whatever for the they go get the malt or whatever, but I don't think it actually helps all that much. So that's why I think I won't be upgrading these anytime soon, this whole line here. We are going to check and see now around the town where we are able to upgrade, which isn't... Looks like it isn't anywhere. And that is because... Oh, look, we can upgrade these guys, these little brand new houses. Oh, we need some logs. So this one has no people living in it right now. We have 2 houses right now that don't have anyone living in it, and that's why none of these fulfillments or none of these requirements are fulfilled here. So this one could stand to be fulfilled with the clothing. Sometimes there's an issue where they offer the clothing here over at one of the stalls, but the houses just aren't able to come over and get it, or maybe there's just not enough people working here for them to come and buy all their goods. So sometimes what can happen is if you add another person to the storehouse, then they will open up another shop, and if you put the market maybe closer over here, then they will be able to get their goods and stuff. So let's go ahead and try that now. There's the market. Okay. And I'm going to try to sneak it in here somewhere that's really, really close. I don't know if it's going to fit in one of these tiny, tiny areas, but I'll try it here. Yeah, that's not going to work. Maybe in this little central area would be good. No. Okay, so I think I'm just going to try and stick it right here. That's probably going to be good enough. Let me put a road in first. Oh, no, road's not gonna fit. Okay, that's fine. All right, we'll just put it in here. It'll be all wonky. Okay. All right, so now that that's put down, I'm going to get a new person to go and get settled in the storehouse. And we'll see if this will help. All All right, so immediately they are starting to build their goods stall. Oh, you know what? We do need to make sure that we disband our units. Otherwise, they're just standing around. They need to get back to work with all the rest of their families. Okay, so that's built. It should get stocked up here just in a little bit. We'll see if I can put a little... No. Yeah. I'll just put a little bit of road a little bit closer. Maybe that'll help. All right, so we have a good amount of sidearms and small shields. So if we go down here, we can set up our footman militia. And right now we only have 23 people in the militia, but that's because we only have about 24, 25 sidearms. So as the sidearms come into our inventory, more people will start entering that militia. While we're at it, we might as well go ahead and upgrade our ratoon as well. So let's go to customization and we will buy a few more. We'll upgrade their armor. Now, it might be a good time to upgrade our manor. So I actually think I'm going to move this to a different location before we totally... Yeah, let's move this. I'm going to move it a little bit over this way. So you kind of have to inch it where you want it to be. All right, so I'm going to move that there. I'm going to move this here. And then I'm going to... Well, we do need some more stone, so I can't hit commit just yet. But I'll go ahead and close that, and we'll go ahead and try and get a little more stone over here. All right, I can hit commit now. We got enough stone, so I'll do that now. And then people will go ahead and move the manor over here. Okay, manor is built, and it looks like our tax office is also built. So you click the manor and you go over here to taxes. We can now add a land tax, which I will do about 10% right now. And then we can also do a tithe, which I'll do maybe 5. So with the land tax is going to allow for us to get some money into our treasury. And then with the tithe, we'll go to the church, and that will gain us influence over time. The next thing I want to do is I want to build in the manor. I want to go back to open the castle planner. And it's still set over there, but oh well. And then I want to click on outer... No, not the... I want to do a garrison tower. I can go ahead and put it down now, but I can't build it just yet because I don't have enough resources. But I'll just put it there so that once I'm ready, I can just hit commit and they can go build that. But we're waiting on timber, as always. Timber is always a difficult one to get. I'm going to go ahead and add some more people over here to gather some of that timber. Okay, so now we have finally been able to fulfill all the requirements for these houses over here. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these to level 2 as much as I am able to. Looks like I can only do that one for now. And let's see about these houses. Yeah, I can upgrade this one. This one, I can upgrade to level 3 now. So this will give us one extra person to work with, as well as a little bit more taxes because it's going to be a higher level house. So because we keep running really low on timber, I'm going to go up to the saw pit and I'm going to go to advanced. click on the reserve for timber, and this means I don't want them to use any timber if we only have, let's say, like 14 in stock. So they're not going to use up all of our timber. That way I will generally have some on hand when I need it. All right, so I have a feeling that we have gone through all of our stone. Yes, there's no more stone available for us to get, so I can actually demolish the stonecutter's camp completely. And then if we need stone moving forward, we'll have to import it. So I do only have 3 ox, so I am going to order 1 more ox right now. Now it does look like we are not supplying as many homes as I would like, and that might be because we have the small tavern. So I'd love to upgrade this to a larger tavern once we get enough planks in. I see, yeah, our planks are a little bit low. And another thing is, because we have kind of such an issue with the timber and the planks, we are able to import some planks. So this might help us keep from running so low on these items that we need. Okay, so now I can upgrade. We'll go ahead and do that, and hopefully we can supply a larger area from this one little tavern without having to build more taverns. So I do see we have another bandit camp that just popped in. Let's go ahead and take care of that right now. I'm going to take... I don't really need all of my units here, so I'm just going to take a couple. I'm going to rally them over here. All right, so here we are. We're going to meet them right here. All right. So we took care of them pretty quickly. Go ahead and go grab their camp really quick. We'll send our other units home. They can actually be disbanded right now, but I'm going to send them over here first.
Pick up the pace, my lord.
And I think I will send them to... I'm going to send the resources to our main regional wealth here. So that means send resources to the nearest town. All right, and then we'll send them home as well. Okay, so we are going through the woods here pretty quickly. So I'm going to build another forester's hut right here. So we can start getting people over here to help plant trees and keep us from running too low on our forest. Now, I think I will switch to the pole arms. And we'll start producing pole arms in the blacksmith. And the pole arms, I believe... Yes, there's a pole arm militia. So they They require, I think, just pole arms. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know if they require any large or small shields. I'll have to wait and see what they, when I, oh, actually, let's click down here. This will tell us. Yeah, no, all they need is pole arms. So as soon as we get enough pole arms in there, we'll have a nice pole arm militia to work with as well. So we're doing pretty good. We're building up our army, building up our town. We've already got a few level 3 houses. We have one more Burgage plot that needs to be upgraded before we can go into the next settlement level. So let's see what I am able to do, if I can upgrade anything at the moment.
Don't be shy, good sirs and ladies.
All right, so we just need a little bit more food for some of these houses before I can upgrade them to level 3. So let's check on our food here. We have a good amount of vegetables. We have some fish, and pretty soon we're gonna start getting in apples. But until then, we're kind of stuck. We don't have, unless we get some more meat in. That's the only food sources we have so far. Now our apples, it looks like they're still younglings, so they're not going to start producing. They might start producing a little bit and so forth pretty soon, but they're not going to produce a whole heck of a lot. So at this point, all we can do is fast forward and start waiting for all of our supplies to get built up for our army. And once again, I am running low on space. So we do need to try and find a place for some more Burgage plots, which I think I'm going to put them right here. I'm going to move the woodcutter's lodge to maybe this outer edge over here. All right, finally I can build the garrison tower. So we'll go ahead and do that. Once the garrison tower is built up, that means we will now have, instead of 12, we'll have 24 available ratoon, and we'll just need to upgrade them. So I was just thinking it might be a good idea to build another orchard. So I'm going to do that actually over here. Yeah, we are starting to get a lot of villagers. We have at least 117 right now. So I'm gonna do one more orchard here, and then I think I'll do another vegetable garden. I might have to take over this land right here for that. Yeah, it looks like that might be a bit too big. Let me mess around with it and see if I can get it to work. Okay, so this is a little bit wonky, but that's okay. I mean, that's not a terrible size for a backyard, so I'm gonna go ahead and accept that. And then I can actually put like maybe some more housing right in this little triangular area here. All right, so this one got built. I'm going to go ahead and turn that now into the orchard. really a nice touch that sometimes the trees get to stick around in the backyards of the houses. All right, we got our other house built. I'm going to turn that now into the vegetable garden. And then we are going to need some more housing. So, more Burgage Plots right here.
Why do I have to carry this alone?
So it looks like our tavern supply might be going a little bit low. So I'm going to increase our import to about 11. All right. Ooh, we have a claim is happening. So, couple options. We can either allow them to claim the land, or we can take the soldiers that we have and we can fight them for it, which means if we win, we can take the land without using any of our influence. So those are our two options. I do have a good amount of warriors here. I mean, the pole arms aren't that great. Yeah, I got an interesting variety of fighters here. I may... Yeah, I'm not sure if I have enough right now to go ahead and battle them for the land. Really depends. I could also try and hire some mercenaries to help us fight them, which I do have the money for that, so that's good. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end the video here. In the next one, we will challenge Lord what's his name, and I will try to steal this land from him, and hopefully I don't get all of my soldiers killed. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, please. That will really help me out in the algorithm. Also, give me a comment. Let me know how you're liking these longer form videos, and if you're enjoying Manor Lords, or even if you're playing Manor Lords, let me know. Let me know how you do your villages, how you do them differently, or if you think I'm doing anything incorrectly, or if you have some advice. Love to hear that in the comments. So just let me know.